My sister is trying to steal my baby the moment it is born, but I refuse to let her and exploded at her. I, 17 feet, am 21 weeks pregnant. Basically, I didn't mean to get pregnant, but my ex-boyfriend stuffed a bun in the oven. We protected ourselves correctly, but crap happens and they didn't work. He left me when we found out I'm pregnant, which is a clear as day red flag of a man. I decided to give up my baby for adoption, as I could not deal with a baby right now. My sister, 24 feet, is struggling with infertility. Her and her husband have been trying for kids for about 2 years now, and haven't been so fortunate. She sadly has miscarried few times. They tried in vitro, but she can't go along with pregnancy long enough. My sister always wanted a child who is biologically connected to her because she thinks that it's not the same bond with adopted children. Before I attended a pregnancy appointment yesterday, my sister and her husband asked me if they can go with me. I said no. They said they will really appreciate if they could go and see if the baby is healthy and hear baby's heartbeat. I asked them why they want to do that, as it was really weird for me because I know how much they were heartbroken after last miscarriage. They told me they just want to make sure their kid is fine. I was dumbfounded and asked them what the hell they were talking about. They told me they thought that if I want to give up baby for adoption, that I will give it to them so they can leave child who is biologically connected to my sister. They hadn't even mentioned that before. I told them I'm not giving this child for them. My sister got mad and started throwing toys out of the pram. She asked me why I was against it. I tried my best to stay calm and told her that I wouldn't feel comfortable with seeing a child who I don't want, and don't want to have complicated situation in family dynamics. At that point my sister started crying uncontrollable and my brother-in-law started screaming at me. He called me selfish cow and how much I don't care for my sister's feeling. My sister said I'm worse sister and mother because I prefer to give my kid to random people, rather than to my own family. At this point I loosed my crap and snapped at her. I started yelling. I went as far to say that if she wasn't so stuck up she could have her own child by adoption. Then I told them to frick away and just left. After that my mom told me I'm selfish and cruel for my sister and should stop thinking only about myself. I really don't think I'm wrong for this. Has anyone else been in a similar situation? What did you do? What the hell do I do now? Relevant comments. That's what brought me to a shuddering halt. No questions, no inquiries or suggestions. Just their kid. Unfortunately, you need to isolate yourself from them and your mother. They all consider that you are a walking incubator. You may need to think about relocating if you live with your mother. Look into domestic violence support to help you out. One of the reasons I don't want my sister to have the baby is because I'm sure she would tell the child I'm the biological mother, and they could want a sort of parental bond with me, and I really don't want that. I don't want to keep this child because I know I won't make a good mother, plus I'm way too young for kids. I want to study, and with a kid it would be really hard, especially because me and my mom don't have good financial situation. In my country, many people are waiting for newborns, so the baby won't be in system for long. I'm from Poland, and we have something called okno. I'm not sure if there is an English equivalent, but you can place the child here and it will go to adoption, or you can give up your rights after birth. It's sad, but it's the right thing to do. Update. I gave birth to a little girl 2 days ago. I decided not to give my sister baby and go through with a closed adoption. I get to meet the adoptive parents a few times, and meeting them was great. They are really good people. After everything that has happened, my sister and her husband tried to persuade me to give them my baby. Even after I tried to explain why I don't want that, they didn't listen. We have had many fights about it, and part of my family don't talk to me now because the baby should stay in the family. I have actually zero contact with my sister, and I don't think it will change in close future. My mom wasn't really happy with my choice and was mad at me, but I can say she tries to understand me and is there for me right now. That's all, I guess. I hope my baby has a fabulous life.